can see me okay? And if there is any technical issue like bad connection or Wi-Fi dropping off, please put it a message on the WhatsApp or on the YouTube so we can fix it or maybe restart it if necessary. Sometimes on Saturday mornings we lose connections. But thank you all for joining. Let's get started in a minute. Sit comfortably, palms in Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep inhale, full belly. On your exhale, as you pull the rectal muscles up, trying to do the root lock, Mula Bandha, and then begin to chant the mantra Om as we exhale through the mouth. Notice towards the end of the mantra, when you chant the third syllable, you close your lips, exhale through the nose. The first two syllables, you're exhaling through the mouth. So continue a few more times. Deep inhale. One last time. Still keep your eyes closed. Vande Guruna Charanarvinde Sandarshita Swatma Sukha Bhubode Isreshe Changalikaya Mane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantaye Abahu Purushakaram Shankashakrasidarinam Sahasra Sirsham Svetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Slowly open your eyes. So that's just a small dedication or a devotion to the practice of sage Patanjali, who wrote down the sage sutras of Yoga Sutras many thousands of years ago, compiled into a small wisdoms, the formulas for the wisdom in that Yoga Sutras book. I go back and refer this book all the time, again and again and again, and each and every one of these sutras are concise, accurate documentation of the wisdom, and which never gets outdated. And so the Yoga Sutras book was divided into 3 chapters. The second chapter is all about practice of yoga. So today we may discuss a couple of items, a couple of sutras, from the first one to all the way to 32, sutra number 32. The very first one, sage Patanjali defines as tapa, swadhyaya, Ishvara pranidhana, he defines Kriya Yoga as the practice of tapas, practice of Swadhyaya, practice of Ishvara Pranidhana as the Kriya Yoga. That is the very first sutra in the second chapter, which is all dedicated for the practice of yoga. So what is tapas? Tapas is the austerity, the intensity with which we practice, with how much dedication, how much devotion we put into it in our practice. That is what the tapas is. Single-minded focus, and that is what the tapas is. Accurate, very accurate, and that's how we burn down all toxins or all our impurities in our body, in our mind. That is the first step. So that is the first step for the Kriya Yoga. And the second step is the Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is the self-study. Self-study is how you self-study is not just reading from the books, right? I guess it is also part of self-study. Reading scriptures, learning from scriptures is part of self-study. But what Patanjali indicates self-study is much more deeper than that. He indicates observing, studying your own consciousness, your own awareness, developing that your own mindfulness, awareness within yourself, and understanding your strengths and weaknesses, understanding the whole sum of who you are, what you want to be, and that is what the self-study is. So it's more inward practice. It's very, very go deeper into your own inner consciousness. That is what the self-study means. And the third step is the Ishvara Pranidhana. Ishvara Pranidhana is like dedication, devotion to the higher consciousness or higher power or God, you may call it. That is what the Ishvara Pranidhana, devotion, dedication is the most important part of the Kriya Yoga. So that is all described in just one sutra, the very first sutra in the second chapter. And think about it. And if you think about these three steps that he defines as Kriya Yoga, you go further down and read through remaining sutras in the chapter 2, and then when you come to the Ashtanga Yoga, he defines what Ashtanga Yoga is between rule sutra number 1 and sutra number 32. So he defines what Ashtanga Yoga is, what are the steps for it, like yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, and then focus, right? Dharana, dhyana, meditation, and then finally samadhi. The 8 steps of Ashtanga Yoga, he defines that between the sutra number 1 and between sutra number 32. And then on sutra number 31, I exactly forgot the number. He defines what yama is, what niyama is, and that is where this in sutra number 32. Why I'm specifying 32 is that is where he defines niyamas, the niyamas of the Ashtanga Yoga. So think about the niyamas. What are those niyamas? Niyamas are saucha, santosha, tapas, swadhyaya, and then Ishvara Pranidhana. So now just to reflect for a second here. So what he defines niyamas, the 5 niyamas, is the very first one is purity, this is saucha, and the second one is contentment, santosha. And the remaining 3, tapas, swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana, of the niyamas, of the 5 niyamas, the 3 already he already described. Those are part of the Kriya Yoga, the very first sutra. So now you can think about it, how important these tapas, austerity, swadhyaya, self-study, and also the third one is the Ishvara Pranidhana. So those 3 are actually part of niyamas, but he defines that as the very first step as the Kriya Yoga. So keep that in mind in our practice, how we can apply these in our practice, how we can practice with intensity, with full dedication, full 100% of yourself, no matter how much, how fit you are, or does not matter what level you are, it does not matter, but give the 100% of yourself. That is what the tapas is. That's what dhyaya. Along the practice, understand what can you do, what you cannot do, what are the boundaries, what are the steps you can take, and that is what the self-study means. And finally, dedication. Apply and practice this with dedication. So keep that in mind, and as we slowly warm up, inhale, reach up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slowly allowing our oxygen, the prana, the vital living force, slowly awakening in our bodies. So hold your right hand with your left hand and see if you can stretch, inhaling, exhaling to this sideways, to the left side. As you're sitting evenly on both sit bones, trying to squeeze your head between your both biceps, completely arching to the side. Just keep that arching in your spine and notice your right side of the body is opening up. Right energy channel is opening up. And slowly come back to the center. Now switch. Hold your left hand with your right hand. Just stretch as you inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, stretch to the opposite side. Notice your left side of the body is opening up as you're sitting evenly on both sit bones. And slowly come back to the center. We're going to add a twist here as you reach up to the sky. Place your left hand on your right knee. Reach up and then support your spine straight with your finger hand, right hand fingertips behind your back. Keep the spine straight as you twist back. On your exhale. Turn your head back. Feel the stretch on your left side of the neck. Look through the right corners of the eye. Relax your shoulder muscles. Shoulders. Keep the right shoulder. If you want, you can rest your palm on the mat, but you're not leaning back, you're not falling back. Just relax your shoulders and deepen the twist. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, deepening the twist. And look through the right corners of the eye. And the twist should come from the bottom up, from the base of the spine towards the crown of the head. It's just not the upper body twist. The twist, you're twisting from the bottom up. From the core, from the base of the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. Reach up to the inhale. Place your right hand on the left knee. Keep inhaling as you reach to the sky. Place your left hand behind your back. Just relax your left shoulder. Support your spine straight with your palm behind you or fingertips behind you. As you exhale, reach back, turn your head back. Feel the stretch on the right side of the neck. Look through the left corners of the eye. Notice your twist is coming from the bottom up, not just the upper body twist. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, deepen the twist. Look through the left corners of the eye. Slowly come back to the center. One more time, inhale, reach up to the sky again. This time we're going to place your left hand on the mat. Just keep stretching. So notice there's no weight on the left palm on the mat, just supporting, just gently softening the elbow, just arching to the left side. Turn your head to the ceiling. And the other side. Place your right hand on the mat or on the floor. Just stretch onto the opposite side. You're not keeping forward or you're not leaning all the way. Just softening the elbow, no weight on the right hand. Just stretching on the left side. Okay, now that we did side stretch, we can do arching backwards, backward. So keep both hands behind. Keep the fingertips on the mat or palms on the mat. So relax your shoulder muscles. As you inhale, reach up, arch your spine, open up your heart, open up your throat. Drop your head back so you can actually really open up your throat center. And relax your shoulder muscles. And you're arching from the bottom up again. So actually you should see that any tightness in your low back is being relieved or relaxed, any tightness. And also you're opening up your heart center, opening up your throat center. It's a beautiful arching back. And as you begin to practice, as you begin to slowly going into deeper into the practice, and you can observe, self-study, and also devote your practice to the higher power. Reach up to the sky with both hands and slowly reach forward, fold forward. And you may not be able to bring the forehead down today. That's okay. Just place your hands on the back, around the floor, walk your hands forward. Trying to bring the neck and the spine in a straight line as you walk forward. If this is too not comfortable, very comfortable to sitting in this Indian style, you can always change to the Japanese style, like in the Vajrasana. And this way you can actually separate your knees slightly so you can go deep in the forward bend. So this way you can reach forward. A little more deeper, you can walk your hands forward. Slowly bring the forehead towards the ground, keeping the spine and the neck in a straight line. So make adjustments which stance is better for you. Advanced students or advanced yogis can sit in lotus pose and going into this yoga mudra. Others can just change your stance, sitting into Vajrasana, forehead down, keep the spine straight, neck straight, and allow the all the three major energy channels open up. The center ones, on the left and the right, spiraling around the center energy channel. And as we awaken that Kundalini Shakti at the base of the spine, root chakra, spiritual dormant energy, as we awaken that vibrant energy, the vital living force, Kundalini Shakti, slowly opening up all the energy centers along the center Sushumna channel, along the spine. And those are seven major energy centers in our bodies. These are seven major energy centers, but there are lots of other energy centers. These are the seven major ones. The very first one was the root chakra, and that is where the spiritual dormant energy is almost like a sleeping snake. As you slowly awaken this Shakti, the power, the energy, as you stay grounded, connected with the earth, deep inhale into the base of the spine. On your exhale, you can chant the mantra LAM, L-A-M, LAM. That vibration has a tendency to awaken that energy. The energy and the vibration is just a opposite sides of the equation. So it is important to create that vibrations in our practice. So chanting, by awakening that energy. Deep inhale. LAM. So notice I did chant multiple times on the long exhale on the second time. But each time I chant, I suck the belly in, further in, and further in, and further in until there's no more air to exhale. So the first time is one single chant, one single exhale. Second time you can chant multiple times on the long exhale. So now bring your awareness to the second energy chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. And this is it represents the water. The first one was the earth, and this one represents the water. Connects with that water element in our body. Our body consists of 70% or more the water. It's very important to create. And which water which purifies our body? The very first niyama, saucha. So it connects with the reproductive healing energy. So it is very important chakra. And this is where if you do not focus on this chakra, this is where you tend to develop a lot of tightness, a lot of back issues. So focus on the center, connecting with that reproductive healing energy close to genital organs, connecting with the water which purifies our body, deep inhalation into the Swadhisthana chakra, exhaling from the Swadhisthana chakra, chanting the Bij mantra VAM, V-A-M, VAM. One. One.
Wam, 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 wam. So observe your belly goes in and in and in as you practice. Second time. Okay, bring your awareness to the third energy chakra, fourth chakra. This represents the Agni, the fire within, inner fire, the inner light, the inner sun at this chakra. This is the core energy, the prana, the vital living force, ki, chi, several names in several cultures. And this is the most important chakra as we begin to practice the asanas. Focus on the center, Agni, which purifies, which detoxifies, burns down all the impurities in our body. And that is the chakra that we are focusing on. Inhaling, exhaling, chanting the beach mantra Ram, R-A-M, Ram. Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Now bring your awareness to the heart center, fourth chakra. This is the this is the Vayu. This is the wind element. This where you connect and open up full lungs. You inhale to the fullest lung capacity as much as possible. Open up your heart center. Visualize there is a green shining diamond inside your heart lotus. As you connect with the wind, feel as light as wind. Feel connect with the compassion and love inside your heart. Inhaling, exhaling, chant the beach mantra Yam, Y-A-M, Yam. Yam. Second time. Yum, 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 yum. Now bring your awareness to the throat center, fifth energy chakra, and this is the Vishuddhi chakra. And this chakra represents the space, the fifth element, the earth, the water, the fire, the wind, and finally the fifth element is the space. And there is no object that is not contained within the space. There's no object, there's no universe, there's no planet, there's no galaxies are not contained in the space. The space is infinite, and the universe and the galaxies are ever expanding. Yet there is a space that contains, it is contained in. There is the inner space and the outer space, and this is the space we focus on as you inhale through the throat center, exhaling through the throat center, chanting the beach mantra Hum, H-A-M, Hum. Visualize the color of the sky, the blue sky, inhaling through the throat, exhaling through the throat. This pranayama is called victorious breath, and you can always practice this through the asanas practice, inhaling through the throat, exhaling through the throat center. Hum. 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 Now bring your awareness to the sixth energy chakra on the forehead, Ajna chakra, and this is the third eye, the spiritual eye, and this is where you remove the ignorance, darkness, illusions, delusions, ego in you. Those are some of the kleshas. Those are some of the difficulties to overcome in our practice. Starting with the ignorance, egoism, attachments, detachments, right? Those are raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, clinging to the life. Those are the kleshas that we want to remove, overcome in our practice. Starting with ignorance. Unless you remove these kleshas, you may not be able to see through your inner self. This is like the removing the window or removing, opening up the window so that the light enters into your consciousness. This is through the window to the inner spiritual self. Focus on this Ajna chakra, inhaling through the regularly, just normally, but deep inhalations and deep exhalations, focusing on this Ajna chakra, the third eye, chanting the Bij mantra Om, A-U-M, Om. So that gradual exhalation, chanting multiple times, helps you go deeper into connecting with that, awakening that Kundalini Shakti. Now, finally, bring your awareness to the highest energy center in our body on the crown of the head, Sahasrara Chakra, and this is where you feel union of body, mind, and spirit. This is where you feel oneness with the whole cosmos, oneness with the whole universe. Focus on the center, inhaling through the normally exhaling and inhaling. You can chant the third syllable in the mantra Om, like humming bee sound, as you observe the inner silence, inner stillness inside your consciousness. Engage all the energy centers now. Focus on the highest energy centers from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. 7 energy centers, almost like the 7 colors of the rainbow. Each one has a different vibration. That's why we picked a different mantra at each chakra. And when you combine all of those, it becomes one highest pure light, the pure, intense light. Focus on the center, Ajna chakra, Sahasrara chakra. One more time. So notice you're opening up all the energy channels, energy centers. Slowly walk your hands back as you sit straight.
Okay, hopefully you're all with me. So we're still warming up, but this is the most important step to begin to practice Ashtanga, Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. And so I told you what are those difficulties we overcome, right? The kleshas, um, which is the egoism, ignorance, detachments, clinging to the life. And these are the most fundamental difficulties that we overcome. And these ignorance, starting with ignorance, these can be in a fully developed form in many of the yoga practitioners, or many of these kleshas may be in subtle form, maybe potential form, not yet developed. So the worst condition is having these already developed, all of these ignorance, delusions, egoism, raga, dvesha, the attachments and detachments, all of these, and then finally clinging to the life, fear of death, all of these may have been already fully developed in many of the beginners, many of the yoga practitioners as they come into practice. So how do we overcome? It's very difficult when they're already developed. So one way to overcome this is through the meditation. So you bring these fully developed kleshas, and slowly meditation, with the meditation, you can bring them back to the potential form or subtle form, or so that's how once they're in potential form, not yet fully developed, then it is easy to work on each one of these and then remove them, completely avoid them. That is how we avoid the future pain, the future suffering, That's how you avoid the future suffering, the future pain, is by removing these difficulties. So unless and until you bring them from the fully developed state to the potential state through the meditation, then you would not be able to remove them. So that is the first thing. So once you overcome them, then you can enjoy the path of yoga, the Ashtanga yoga. Then you can enjoy um, going into the higher states of awareness, mindfulness. So it's important to overcome these difficulties. That is how you avoid the future suffering. That is how we avoid the future pain, especially in these difficult times, like with pandemic times, and thousands of people are getting infected every day. Thousands, hundreds of people are dying every day just with this coronavirus. It's better to be avoiding than actually, prevention is always better than the cure. Yes, there is a cure, there is a suffering long way to recovery, but it is better to be preventing it. So this is how the Patanjali defined how you remove by removing all of these kleshas. That's how you can avoid the future suffering, how you can avoid the future pain. So it's important to begin this in our practice. So now that we're sitting in this Vajrasana or whatever, let's see if we can change the stance. See if you can sit on your toes. The heel is still up, maybe sitting on your toes like this, and palms in Anjali Mudra. And as you balance on your toes, slowly reach up to the sky. Inhale. This is hard enough to sit on your toes and balancing on your toes as you're opening your heart center, opening your throat center, as you balance on your crow, slowly inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, like windmill your arms back from the bottom up, from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, like windmill your arms as you balance on your toes. If this is easy enough for you as you balance on your toes, see if you can lift one leg up. Just lift one leg up. As you balance on the left toes, see if you can extend the right leg. Maybe it's falling down on the street, on the mat here. Just see if you can lift the right leg up. Use your core energy as you keep the right leg parallel to the ground. Engage your right leg, engage your left toes, balance on the left toes. Slowly come back to like both toes, you're balancing on both toes. See if you can balance on the right toes. See if you can extend the left leg forward. Notice I'm keeping my hand, just balancing. If I'm losing balance, I'm touching my fingertips on the mat. But eventually, you should be able to bring your palms to the heart center as you balance on one leg, as you extend the left leg, balance. Use your core muscles. So the goal is actually bring your palms to the heart center. See if you can try one more time. Take a deep inhale. As you balance on the left toes, extend the right leg. Initially, you may want the hand support or fingertip support, but eventually you should be able to bring your palms to Anjali Mudra. As you keep, notice my right leg is not even lifting up fully. Try as best as you can. Maybe half praying pose. So one more time, the other side. Balance on the right toes. See if you can extend the left leg. Engage your core muscle. This side is maybe a little bit easier for me, but every one of us is different. So as you balance on the right toes, extending the left leg, see if you can bring one hand to the heart center. Eventually, you should be able to bring both hands to the heart center. So if you lose balance, smile and come back. No one is judging you other than you practice intensely. Give you 100% with tapas and then 100% intensity in your practice. Smile and get up and practice when you fail. That's all it takes. And then self-study. And then finally devotion. All right, slowly bring your palms onto the mat. Come into plank. Deep inhale. Spine and the legs in a straight line, hips, everything is in a straight line. Deep inhale. Keep your knees on the mat. Soften the elbows. Come into Ashtanga. Inhale. Come into Cobra. Exhale. Come into Child's Pose. Inhale back to the plank. So you can do Ashtangas here a couple of times. Knees on the mat. Soften the elbows. Inhale into Cobra. Exhale into Child's Pose. So your palms are where they are. You're just sitting back between your heels in your Child's Pose. So continue without interruption here. Continue to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 1, back to plank, inhale, 2, Ashtanga, 3, Cobra, 4, Child's Pose. So do that a couple more times. As you're slowly warming up your bodies, deep inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, inhale, 2, exhale, 3, inhale, 4, exhale. One last time, inhale back to plank, 1, 2, exhale, 3, inhale, 4, exhale. So now that that's easy enough, let's do chaturangas if you can. So come to plank, deep inhale. Rather than ashtangas, you could come into chaturanga. Just soften the elbows, body hovering over the ground. Elbows are right next to the body. Body is not touching the ground. Now this time, it's inhaling, coming into up dog rather than cobra. Support your body weight on your palms and on your tops of the feet. Knees are off the ground. Relax the shoulder muscles as you come into up dog, as you inhale. Exhale. This time, slowly come into down dog. Rather than the child's pose, you can come into down dog. Once you're here, take a full cycles of breath. Keep your heels on the mat. So the difference is, instead of child's pose, we are doing down dog. In the downward dog, is just as relaxing as the child's pose. Take a full cycles of breath. Inhalations, exhalations. Observe, self-study. Slowly deep inhalations, slowly deep exhalations. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. So think of your practice of Ashtanga Yoga as a moving meditation, moving dedication, devotional practice. So calm down your mind, relax your breath as you begin to do a few more of these. Inhale 1 to the plank, 2 to chaturanga, exhale, 3 to up dog, inhale, 4 down dog, exhale, inhale back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're inhaling and exhaling on my counts. 1, inhale into plank, 2, exhale into chaturanga, 3, inhale into up dog, 4, exhale into down dog. Few more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Hopefully you're slowly warming up. If this is not warming up enough, see if we can do 3-leg down dog. See if we can lift the left leg up to the sky. Deep inhalation and exhalation. As you begin to slowly pull the left knee forward to the outside of your left elbow. Inhale, kick the leg back up to the sky. Exhale, pull the left knee outside of your right elbow. Inhale, back up to 3-leg down dog. Exhale, pull the knee towards your forehead. See if you can touch your forehead to the left knee. Inhale, back up to the sky. And then slowly lower the left leg down. We're going to do the other side. Notice your breath. Slowly you're developing the intensity in your practice. Continue to build the momentum. Slow, deep inhalations as you lift the right leg up to the sky. Slow down your heartbeat. Exhale, right knee outside of the right elbow. Inhale, back up to the sky. Exhale, right knee outside of your left elbow. Inhale, back up to the sky. Exhale, right knee towards your forehead. See if you can touch your forehead to the right knee. Back to 3-leg down dog. And then lower the right leg down.
back to down dog. So come back to child's pose and resting pose. You can always come to child's pose as we continue to practice. Slowly. We're going to do a couple more. Come into on your forearms. On your forearms. Keep the forearms, entire forearms on the mat as you raise up into the down dog. This way. On your forearms. This is slightly different, but it is also important. You can also do the right leg up to the sky. You can also bring the right knee towards your shoulder. Kick the right leg up towards your nose. Kick the right leg up and towards your left shoulder. Maybe it's hard enough. It's a little more harder than the regular down dogs. So lower the right leg down, lift the left leg up. On your exhale, bring the left leg towards your left shoulder. Slowly kick the left leg up. See if we can lift the left leg. Bring the left leg towards your right shoulder. Right leg up, left leg up. Back to the forearm, forearm down dog. Back to child's pose. Okay, we'll do a few more. Back to forearm. But this time we're going to come into plank, forearm planks. So keep engaging your core muscles. Keep the spine and the leg in a straight line. Rather than the forearm down dog, we're doing forearm planks. Now shift the weight to the left forearm. Stack your right leg on top of the left. You can bring the right arm up as you balance. As you keep your spine and the legs in a straight line. It's almost like a side plank on your left forearm. Back to the forearm plank. If you like to take a break, you can take a break into child's pose before we switch to the opposite side. We're not even scratching the surface of our tapas, of our intensity, of how deep can we go, how intensely we can practice. We're not even scratching the surface. So back to the forearm plank. So now shift the weight to the right forearm. Stack your left leg on top of the right. Almost like a side plank on your right forearm. Engage your core muscles. Balance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to the forearm plank and back to the child's pose. Each time you come to child's pose, it's bringing it back to the original consciousness. So with that, we can come into our standard cat-cow. This opens up especially the lower back muscles near the sacrum. As we inhale, come into cow. Exhale, suck your belly in, coming into cat. Inhale. So pelvic tilting is important here in the cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you like to add a little more difficulty level here, you can balance on the right knee and the left palm, extend the left leg back, extend your right arm forward, deep inhalation. Exhale, left knee to the chest, right elbow to the left knee, arch your spine like we do in the cat. Inhale, Going into cow pose, kick the leg up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Back to all fours. So take a deep breath. So we're going to switch. Balance of the left knee and the right palm. Extend the right leg back. Extend the left arm forward. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, pull the knee to the chest. Arch your spine like you do in the cat. Left elbow to the right knee. Tuck your belly in. Inhale. Kick the leg high like you go into cow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So do it a few more times and come into child's pose. So while we're here in the child's pose, keep the left knee bent and see if you can extend the right leg like this. You can extend it. See if you can come into, on your left knee, you can come into like almost like wild thing, but his left knee supporting you. You're taking the body weight. Keep the right leg straight. So inhale, come forward. Exhale. Come up on your left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Inhale. Forehead to the ground. Exhale. You can also, maybe you can, if you want to come into diagonally, you can come into diagonally as you bring the forehead down. And then slowly, inhalation. Come on your left knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If this isn't enough, you can always twist to the opposite side as you bring the forehead to the left knee. Forehead to the left knee. Okay, so you can do one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Forehead to the left knee this time. Inhale. Exhale. Any tightness in your lower back, any tightness in your hamstrings. So that's what we want to leave, in our warm-ups. Come back to child's pose. So this time balance on the right knee, extend the left leg. I'm going back here, but see what makes sense to you. See if you can extend the left leg, balance coming onto the right knee. You can support your right hand behind as you come into the wide thing like this. On your inhale. On your exhale, you can bring the forehead to the ground diagonally. On your inhale, slowly come up. On your exhale, slowly bring the forehead down to the mat. On your inhale. On your exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. My body is really tight. It takes a long time to really warm up. So if you want to do it differently, you can also bring the forehead to the left knee as you come up. Inhale. On your exhale, see if you can bring forehead to the left knee. It may be harder on this side. This is what the self-study is, what the IA is. Studying your strength, studying your weaknesses. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So after that, you can sit down, squat down completely. Notice my right knee is still bent. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm extending. There's no weight on the right knee, but I'm actually keeping the right ankle on the mat. Actually, right ankle, right instep, right leg instep on the mat. So slowly as you bring the forehead to the left knee, you can do this. If this is too hard for you, you can always come into regular Janu Sirsasana. Keeping the right knee bent as you bring the forehead to the left knee. Hopefully this helps. You could also deepen the forehead to the, like deepening, twisting, as you bring twisting, opening up your heart center, opening up your right arm all the way, bring the right shoulder above the left. If you like to do Parivartana, you could also bring the right hand to the big toe and then see if you can bring the forehead to the left, forehead to the left knee. You can bring the left arm behind. So do as it makes sense to you. Slowly coming up into Janu Sirsasana. Slowly going into Parivartana Janu Sirsasana. Forehead to the left knee. You can deepening, twisting as much as you need to. So the opposite side. Now fold your left knee, extend the right leg. Normal forehead to the knee. Janu Sirsasana. Slowly coming up, opening up your left side of the arm, left side of your shoulder muscles as you're opening up your heart. You can also going into the Parivartana Janu Sirsasana. Reach for the big toe with your left hand as you bring the forehead to the left knee, right knee. As you twist. So do what makes sense to you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is where you bring the forehead to the right knee as you reach with your right edge of the right big toe, or right edge of the right foot with your left hand fingertips. Release. Hopefully that warmed you up a little bit. If that is not enough, maybe we can do a few more. Let me know. Otherwise, we can do a few more. Extend both legs. You can lie down on the mat. Hug your left knee to the chest. Extend the right leg on the mat. Take a deep inhale. Chin to the chest. Forehead to the left knee. Ardha Bhavana Muktasana. Engage the right leg. Engage your core. Engage your throat center. You're actually preliminary doing the throat lock here. After you do the throat lock, no more inhales, no more exhales. And then when you want to inhale, release the throat lock, bring the head down, take a deep inhale. On your exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the knee, hug your left knee to the chest. Release. Now we're going to switch, extend the left leg, fold your right knee, interlock your hands, pull the right knee to the right shoulder as much as you can, engage your core muscles, take a deep inhale. On your exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the knee. Inhale, exhale. No more inhales, no more exhales after you do the throat lock. Engage your core muscles, Ardha Bhavana Muktasana. Inhale. Now we're going to fold both knees, hug both knees to the chest. Maybe you can individually pull the knee, or you can wrap your arms around both knees. Hug you, give yourself a really tight hug, and then pull both knees to the chest. Keep your tailbone down. This is the full Bhavana Muktasana. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, chin to the chest, forehead to the knees. And trying to keep the tailbone down is the challenging part here. Keeping the entire spine on the mat as you do the Bhavana Muktasana is the goal. Inhale, bring the head down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the tailbone on is the hard part. Now hold on to the big toes. You can extend both legs like you're coming into happy wavy pose. You can fold your right knee, extend the left leg. Fold your left knee, extend the right leg. Like you playfully. If this is not playful enough, you can see if you can extend both legs and then maybe bite left big toe with your mouth. See if you can pull the left big toe to the mouth As you extend the right leg. As you bite the right big toe into the mouth, extend the left leg. This is what you used to do when you were in a crib, right? Now hold on, keep your feet on the mat, arch your spine, like you relax your entire body on the mat, but notice you're arching, opening up on the, you notice you're arching your spine here. So the lower, the lumbar spine, the lower part of the spine is actually arching up, not touching the mat here in this. This is also relieves any tightness in your lower back. But if you let go, release, entire spine touching on the mat, you can also arch your spine. Just do that few very beautiful, gentle massaging in your lower back. Do that few times. And when you think you're ready, you're going to extend both legs. Take a deep inhale, extend your arms behind. Deep inhale. As you slowly exhale, slowly coming into the Navasana, both pose. Maybe the half boat is okay. You don't have to do full boat, but engage your core muscles. Slowly come up. Like this. Maybe if you want to bend your knees, hold on to the, support your, underneath your thighs. That's okay. This is half boat. But if you want to do full boat, you can extend the legs, point your hands to the legs, engage your core muscles. Do what makes sense to you. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. I do joy breathing, or you can also do the belly breathing, like a Kapalabhati or Bastrika. So that's a few of the warm-ups. If you still not warmed up, and maybe the sun salutations will warm you up. Okay, so we're going to stand up and begin to practice sun salutations. Slowly, as we begin to practice Hatha Yoga, stand up. I'm going to adjust my mat here. Okay. Hope you can see me. Come to the front of the mat. Both feet together, palms in Anjali Mudra. We do a couple of sun salutation A's, a couple of sun salutation B's in Ashtanga Yoga style. Counting at each of these, and then also counting in Sanskrit. Also focus on your in-breaths and out-breaths. Focus on the chakras, energy centers in your practice in the Ashtanga Yoga. Focus on removing those kleshas we talked about, the difficulties we face through, and practicing those 3 steps of Kriya Yoga, Tapas, Swadhyaya, and Ishvara Pranidhana. Each step of the way, that is the ultimate goal of Ashtanga Yoga. Ekam, reach up to the sky, arch back, open up your throat. Dvi, exhale into Uttanasana. Feel free to bend your knees, chest on your thighs, fingertips right next to the feet. The goal is to keep your chest on your thighs, even if you need to bend your knees. Engage your sacrum. Trini, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Chatwari, place your hands on the mat, step back, walk back, or jump back into plank. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale into Chaturanga or Ashtanga. It's all in one count. So going into plank, going into Ashtanga Namaskar or Chaturanga, this is all in one count. Pancha, inhale into up dog. Relax your shoulder muscles. If this is too hard, you can always substitute Ashtanga and Cobras. Fully support your body weight on your palms as going into down dog, shut. So once you're in the down dog, you stay here for a couple of cycles of breath. Place your hands up, press your heels onto the ground, lift your tailbone high. Focus on the Ajna chakra. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. Enjoy breathing, if possible, through the throat. Focus on the alignment. Now, Sapta, we're going to lift the right leg up, step inside your right hand, and keep the left knee on the mat, coming into Anjaneyasana. You can open up your arms like observing Ishvara Pranidhana in this devotional practice. You can also interlock your hands, extend your elbows as you bring the shoulder blades together in the Anjaneyasana. If that is in your practice, extend the elbows, come back into the devotional Anjaneyasana. And fingertips back on the mat, left knee up, step forward with the left leg, back to Uttanasana or Ardha Uttanasana. Not fully Uttanasana here, slowly, like going into full Uttanasana. What makes sense to you? This is the Asta. And the Nava all the way up, back up where we began. Reach up to the sky, deepen the back bend, and palms to the heart. So that's the consolidation A. So we're going to do this second time. Ekam, reach up to the sky, inhale, deepen the back bend, exhale, Urdhva, just Uttanasana, chest on your thighs, forehead to the knees, Trini Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, Chatwari, palms on the mat, step back or walk back into plank, and push into Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, Pancha into up dog, Shat, exhale into down dog. Stay here for a couple of cycles of breath, focus on the Ajna Chakra, focus on observing, self-study, deep inhalations, deep exhalations. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now slowly lift the left leg up to the sky, into three-leg down dog. On your exhale, pull the left knee to this, almost to the inside of your left hand, coming into lunge, and bring the right knee on the mat, and going into Anjaneyasana, Sapta. Deep devotional practice in the Anjaneyasana. Deepen the back bend, offer your love and praise to the heart center, opening up your throat into Anjaneyasana. Fingertips back on the mat, right knee up, step forward into Uttanasana, Asta, Nava, all the way back up, Urdhva Hastasana, opening up, arching back, deepening the back bend, opening up your throat center, palms to the heart center. That's the end of consolidation A, second consolidation A. You can always come into mountain pose in between. Samasthiti, equanimous state of mind. Feel the equilibrium in this mountain pose. You can always close your eyes and check with your inner consciousness. So as you observe deep within with the self-study, also observe what are the kleshas, what are the difficulties, ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance is false perceptions, right? The mind that thinks impurity as purity, the mind that thinks as impermanence as permanence, the mind that thinks as non-eternity as eternity, the mind that thinks false as the true. The mind is confused. That is what the ignorance is. That is the root cause of all the suffering. That is the root cause of all of the other difficulties. So the next one is the egoism. What is egoism? Egoism is that almost like a mirror that reflects the actual soul, the actual consciousness. It is not the consciousness. It pretends to be consciousness. It confuses you even further. The egoism, the pride, so that the false perception, not only false perception, actually the false projection, the false impression of your true self is the egoism. It is not the true self. It pretends to be like your true self. And that is what egoism is. So those are the two fundamental kleshas. Okay, palms into Anjali Mudra as we begin to practice consolidation B. Inhale, Utkatasana, Ekam, Dvi. Exhale, Uttanasana. Trini, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, Chaturvedi, walk back or jump back. And push into Chaturanga or Ashtanga. Pancha, inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog. So far, no major difference other than we started out with the chair pose, right? That is the number one. So rest, no, not much rest here, but we're going to prepare to go into warrior one on the right side. Slowly lift the right leg up to the sky. Step inside the right hand. And then keep the left toes, turn to pigeon toes, left heel on the bottom of the foot. And then coming into warrior one. Shut. No, yeah, this is Sapta. Keep the right knee bent, left leg straight. Keep your shoulders aligned, hips aligned, arms facing each other. Thighs should be parallel to the ground. Asta, step back into plank, push into Chaturanga. Nava, inhale into up dog. Dasha, exhale into down dog. So we're going to prepare to go into warrior one on the left side. Slowly lift the left leg up to the sky. Step inside your left hand. Keep the right toes turned to pigeon toes. Keep the right heel on the mat. Front knee, left knee is bent. Coming into warrior one on the left side. Hips are square, shoulders are square. This is Ekadasha. 11. Back to the plank. Dvadasha, step back and push into Chaturanga. Trayodasha, inhale into up dog. Chaturanga, back to down dog. Stay here for a few cycles of breath. So reflect, self-study while you're resting in the down dog. Deep inhalations and deep exhalations. Focus, dharana, dhyana, meditation. So this is where we are now. Slowly look between your hands. You can walk forward and jump forward into Ardha Uttanasana, Trayodasha, Chaturdasha, into Uttanasana. Maybe Panchadasha here, I forgot the count. Now slowly Shodasha back to the Utkatasana, the chair pose. Arms to the heart. Back to mountain pose. Close your eyes. This is the end of consolidation B. We're going to do the second time, consolidation B. Arms to the heart center. Ekam into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, knees right above the toes. Shift the weight to the heels. Keep the spine straight. Dvi, exhale into Uttanasana. Trini, Ardha Uttanasana. Chaturvedi, walk back or jump back into plank. Push into Chaturanga. Exhale. Pancha, inhale, up dog. Shut, exhale into down dog. Now we're going to prepare to do warrior one on the left, on the right. Start with the left, but you can do either side, right? So we're going to do both sides. Keep the left leg up to the sky. Step inside your left leg, left arm. Warrior one on the left. Keep the toes, turn to pigeon toes. Keep the right heel on the ground, left knee bent. Coming into warrior one on the left. Shut. Front knee bent, back leg straight. And then Asta, step back with the left leg. Into plank, push into Chaturanga. Exhale. Nava, inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog. Dasha. Stay here for a breath or so. And then prepare to do warrior one on the right. Slowly lift the right leg up to the sky. Step inside your right hand. And prepare to go into warrior one on the right side. Keep the left leg close, pigeon toes. Keep the left heel on the mat.
Coming into warrior one, Ekadasha. Warrior one on the right.
Dvadasha. Step back with right foot. Push into Chaturanga. Exhale.
Trayodasha. Inhale into up dog.
Chaturdasha. Exhale into down dog. Now this is the last down dog in the last consolidation beat. Stay here for a couple of cycles breath. Dry breathing, pressing your heels down, lifting your tailbone high. Focus on the dharana, dhyana, drishti, the gauge. You can always close your eyes and look inwardly. Look deep within as you practice the self-study. Deep inhalations and deep exhalations. So whenever you're ready, look between your hands. You can walk forward or jump forward into Panchadasa, into slowly coming up into half forward bend. Shoulders are full forward bend. Uttanasana. Saptadasha, chair pose.
Where we began the consolidation B. And back to Samasthiti. This is the end of second consolidation B. You can close your eyes. Coming into the mountain pose. Feel the equilibrium, equanimous state of mind, undisturbed between the pains and pleasures. So the Patanjali talks to the next two difficulties are ragas and dveshas. Raga is attachment to the pleasures, attachment that you really love. And that is also very difficulty. We shouldn't be too attached to things we love. Yes, there is some moderation. And the dvesha is clinging or attaching or hating things you don't love, is the dvesha. Hating things you don't love. That's not good either. That is another difficulty. So the Patanjali talks about these two ragas and dveshas are also difficulties. And the last one is the clinging to the life, fear of death. And that is the final hurdle in the yoga practice. Unless and until you overcome all of these difficulties, you cannot avoid or you cannot remove these kleshas completely, and you cannot remove the future suffering and the future pain. Arms to heart center. Slowly open your eyes. We're going to do a couple more standing asanas, one leg balancing poses. Shift the weight to the left foot. Fold your right knee. Hold on to the big toe with your two index fingers. Notice you're locking your left kneecap. Notice your left leg is completely rooted into the ground. Engage your core muscles. Extend your right leg. Extend your left arm. Inhale, exhale. You can use your left arm as a counterbalancing as you extend the left arm diagonally to the back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Your core is engaged. Your left leg is deeply rooted and grounded. Focus on your core. Focus on your kneecap. The kneecap is locked. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And fold your right knee. Lower the right leg down. If you want to take a break, you can always do a counter pose. Place your hands behind. Push your hips forward. Deepen the back bend. Before we switch to the opposite side. Now shift the weight to the right foot. Completely grounded. The right leg is rooted into the ground. Focus on you lifting your right kneecap up. Engage your core muscle. Fold your left knee. When you're balancing on one foot, the important thing is the roots of the leg and the core is the most important to maintain the balance. Focus on you locking your kneecap, focusing on your core. Hold on to the big toe of your left leg, big toe, and see if you can extend the left leg as you're maintaining the balance here. See how much you can extend. Maybe one side is harder than the other. Extend the arm, opposite arm for counterbalance. Keep inhaling, exhaling. inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, release. Yeah, don't have to repeat, but it kinds of guides you to not forget the inhalations part and exhalations part. So fold, push your hips forward, deepen the back bend. One more time. Okay. So we do a couple more one leg balancing poses, standing still. So keep your left leg, shift the weight to the left foot, hold your right knee. You can hold on to the right leg, keep it inside your left inner thigh, left leg inner thigh, right above the knee. And if it is slipping, below the knee as you're going into the tree pose. Make sure your knee is pointing to the side. This is a very foundational one leg balancing pose. But the difficulty comes in is when you actually close your eyes. It's very hard to maintain the balance because your mind plays games with you when you close your eyes. Pretends like it knows better than your body. That's when you lose balance. Slow, deep inhalations, slow, deep exhalation. You can always open up your arms like branches of the tree. Very nice. Good. Slowly pull the right knee up. As you maintain the balance on the left foot, so you can slowly kick the right leg back into like a flying warrior. Maintain the balance on the standing leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep the right leg as high as it is, as high as the spine is. Spine and the right leg is in one straight line. Keep the right leg high. Do not drop the right leg down. Slowly maintain the balance on the left foot. Hug your right knee to the chest and release. Okay, we do switch the opposite side. Now shift the weight to the right foot, completely balance on the right foot. Lock your right kneecap. Solid grounding. Solid foundation is important to do any pose. So work on the foundation first. Focus on evening the balancing on the right foot, locking, rooting into the right leg into the ground, and then lock your right kneecap, and then pull the left knee up. And focus on your core muscles. Right? Slowly pull the left leg high. Keep it above the knee or below the knee on the inner thigh of the right foot. And make sure your left knee is pointed to the side. If your leg is slipping, keep it below the knee. Palms into Anjali Mudra. Coming up into tree. Again, the difficulty comes when you close your eyes. If you like to close your eyes. Sage Bhagirath meditated in this pose for several years, 7 years, by closing his eyes. We cannot even meditate 7 minutes in this pose after you close your eyes. You lose balance. Open up your arms into the branches. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So that's a simple one. Now see if you can pull the knee up. See if you can extend the left leg back into flying warrior. Keep the spine and the left leg is in a straight line as you balance on the right foot. Keep your kneecap engaged. Keep your hips are parallel to the ground. Spine and the left leg is high, horizontal to the ground. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slowly balancing on the right foot as you move the left knee up. Hug your left knee to the chest. And then release. Shake your legs. Finally, maybe we'll do a couple more one leg balancing poses, standing still. And then we go on to the rest of the asanas, maybe kind of like a vinyasa practice. The standing, the foundation still is important in any one of these poses. So let's do one more. So coming into the chair pose, 2 more actually. Coming into the chair pose. Utkatasana. We're going to shift the weight to the left foot. Shift the weight to the left foot. As you're sitting in the chair, you're sitting in one leg chair pose. Lift the right leg up. Wrap your right leg over the left. No space between those thighs. And wrap your right arm below the left into Garudasana. Sitting in one leg chair pose. As you arching, wrapping your arms, wrapping your legs. Lift your elbows to the shoulder level. Keep the spine straight as you keep Sitting down in one-leg chair pose in the Garudasana. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Release. If you lose balance, you can always smile like I'm dancing on this one-leg chair pose. Release back to chair pose and stand up. And take it to counter pose before we do the opposite side. So we're going to do chair pose, one-leg chair pose on the right leg. Take a deep breath. Sit in the chair pose, into chair pose. Shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left leg up. Wrap your left leg over the right, no space between these thighs. Wrap your left arm below the right into Garudasana. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. And back to the chair pose. And slowly stand up. Hope you're all doing well. Time check. Okay, so we do a couple more. One more, one leg standing balancing pose. Okay, this one, we will do a couple more in the warrior sequence as well. But this one is Natarajasana. Shift the weight to the left foot. Maybe I'll turn to the opposite side. Fold the right knee, hold on to the ankle. From inside, notice my forearm is facing out. Notice my right thumb is facing back. Extend your left arm. Deep inhale. As you lock your left leg, lock your kneecap, engage your core muscles. As you slowly kick the right leg up to the ceiling, as you lean forward just enough for the balance. The focus is extending the leg up, extending the knee, right leg knee, and maintaining balance on the left foot between the tug of war, between the push and the pull, maintaining the equilibrium in the Natarajasana, a lot of the dance pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. Now shake your legs, shake your arms. We're going to do the one leg balance on the other side. Now shift the weight. Natarajasana, shift the weight to the right foot. Fold your left knee. Hold on to the ankle from inside. Right hand up. Deep inhale. On your exhale, kick the left leg towards the ceiling. Focus on kicking the leg high. Focus on extending the knee. You lean forward just enough for the balance. Focus is on you extending the kneecap, locking your right leg into the ground, focusing on your core. Inhale, and maintain the balance in between the push and the pull in the equilibrium state in the Natarajasana. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, those are the couple of few standing one leg balancing poses. Arch your spine backwards, push your hips forward. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to do a couple of warrior sequences, the triangle poses. Spread your feet wide enough. Take a deep inhale, fold forward. Allow the gravity to help you deepen the back bends or deepen forward bends. Use the block as you need. Your head may not be touching the ground today. Use a block and allow the gravity to do most of the forward bending. Keeping the spine straight, wide enough, your legs are wide enough, spine is in a straight line, trying to bring the head between your feet, trying to keeping the kneecaps locked. If your head is not between your feet, just try to work on that even if your head does not touch the ground. Allow the deepening forward bend. And this is where you try to practice the intensity in your pose, the tapas, the single-minded focus. Inhale, exhale, inhale. You can use a block. Like I said, if your head does not touch the mat, use a block.
Keep the head touching the block. Keep the legs straight. Allow the blood circulation to the head from the gravity, from the heart center to the crown center. Deep inhalations, deep exhalations. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Notice my hands are reaching to the edges of the feet. And you don't have to. If you want, you can keep your hands on your head. You can also interlock your hands behind your back. Do what variations work for you. Then slowly, slowly shift the weight to the right foot, not actually shifting. Keep bending the right knee, extending the left leg into Skandasana. You can always come into like a crouching tiger pose here. Slowly coming up. Remember the movie, Crouching Tiger, the hidden dragon and crouching tigers. So fold your left knee, right leg extended, Skandasana onto the opposite side. If this is not in your practice, you can always keep your palms in the Anjali Mudra. So notice for a younger and more active students can actually, without support of your hands on the mat, you can come up. You can just keep your hands on the Anjali Mudra. For older, maybe some of us who are challenged in this pose, maybe you may want to keep one hand, fingertips on the mat as you come up like this. Arms in the Anjali Mudra. Try what works for you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale coming up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So that's a few of those. Now we're going to continue with the warrior sequences. Come to the front of the mat. Come to the front of the mat. Keep your legs on separate railroad tracks. Hip distance apart, arms into Anjali Mudra. Step back with the left leg, keeping it on the left railroad track. Into warrior one. We already did flying warrior. So what we're going to do is going into flying warrior, but actually going into warrior three. Shift the weight to the right foot. First you come into the flying warrior, and then see if you can balance on the right foot. See if you can slowly, palms in the Anjali Mudra, slowly extend your arms into flying warrior. Fully warrior three. Keep the left leg as high as it is. Spine on the left leg should be parallel to the ground. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If you're always losing balance here, you can always come into flying warrior. You can come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Keep the left leg as high as it is. There's no weight on the hand on the block. Balancing on the right leg, keeping the left leg extended. Inhale, exhale. You can do counter pose, counter half, reverse half moon or revolve half moon. You can keep the left leg on the block. Slowly shift back into warrior one. This time we're going to shift the left leg to the right foot, to the right railroad track. Keep the right, both legs are in one railroad track, coming into warrior two. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can always do extended side angle, keeping the right knee bent. You can always use a block. No weight on the hand on the block. Fully extend the side angle pose. You can always keep the reverse. Keep the left knee on the mat. You can lift the left heel as you keep the right knee bent. As you bring the left elbow outside of your right knee, palms into Anjali Mudra, into side praying pose. You can always lift the left knee up. Side praying pose. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Then back to the side angle pose. And slowly extend both legs. Extend both legs this time. As you pull forehead to the right knee, head to knee pose, standing up. Join Sirsasana. Notice your left leg, big toes turned even more further in, but both knees are straight. You can do chin lock or throat lock and just bring the forehead to the knee. Slowly come up. Now we're going to shift. Right knee, right toes in, left toes out. But this time we're going to begin with the left railroad. No, keep the on the opposite side. Keep both legs on the separate railroad track. First, and step back with the right leg onto the right railroad track. Basically, warrior one on the opposite side. Left knee bent, right leg straight. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. As you prepare to go into warrior, flying warrior, extend, shift the weight to the left foot, lift the right leg up, spine and the right leg in a straight line. The goal is to actually going into full warrior three. Once you're balanced on the left leg, spine and the right leg horizontal to the ground, palms into Anjali Mudra. Extend your both palms into warrior three. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you lose balance, you can always come into flying warrior. And from there, you can go into the half moon pose. Use a block. There's no way down the hand on the block. Keep the spine and the right leg in a straight line. One leg balancing. And then you can also do reverse half moon. Then you can also step back to warrior one. And here we're going to extend both legs and see if we can bring forehead to the right left knee. Like head to knee pose, standing up. Head to knee pose. Keep both legs up straight. Chin lock, if possible. As you bring the forehead to the knee, do a chin lock. And slowly come up. So this time we're going to back to warrior one, but this time we're going to shift the right leg to the same railroad track as the left foot, coming into warrior two. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You can always do side angle pose. There's no weight on the block on the hand. You can do revolve side angle pose. Keep the right knee on the mat. Left knee bent. You can bring the right elbow outside of your left knee. Join your palms into Anjali Mudra. You push the left palm on top of the right. You can lift the right knee up. Side praying pose. Slowly come back to the revolve side angle and then the side angle. You can also extend the left leg. You can also come up back to the exploding star. Deepening the back bend and release. So those are a few standing asanas for today. See if we can do a few more standing, lying down on the mat. Let's check the time. I come into child's pose. Do quick back bends. Lie down on your tummy. Open up your arms like wings. And slowly lift your entire body up into the, like a Shalabhasana. Lift your entire body up. Legs up, thighs up, chest up. Arms extended. Roll your eyes up. You can also interlock your hands behind as you bring your shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. You can lie down in Makarasana, crocodile pose, resting pose, turning your head to one side like you're lying down on the beach. Next, we will do Dhanurasana, and then maybe camel. Dhanurasana is like the bow pose. Open up your arms. You can bend your knees. Hold on to the ankle from both sides. Think of like how you did Natarajasana. Just holding on, locking your legs into your arms. Think of your arms like strings attached on both ends of the bow. Now, the divine archer is going to pull the strings back. Your entire body turns into bow in divine archer's hands. Inhale, kick your legs up, arch your spine. Once you're here, continue to inhale, continue to exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Turn your head to one side, Makarasana, opposite side. So whenever you're ready, let's do one more back bend, which is the camel. Come on your knees. You can use toes turned up, like toes on your toes. Heel is up, or you can also keep the ankle on the mat. This is a little bit more difficult, but you choose what works for you. Knees are closer to each other, not touching but closer to each other. Reach up, right hand to the right heel. Reach up, push your hips into the pelvis and hips into the imaginary wall in the front. As we begin to going into half camel, there's no weight on the hand, reaching for the right heel. There's no, just for the grip only. Keep pushing your thighs, your pelvis, your hips into the imaginary wall in the front as you're deepening the back bend in the half camel. Inhale, exhale. With grip on your right heel, you can deepen the back bend even more as you push into the wall, as you inhale. On your exhale, deepening the back bend. On your inhale, push into the wall. On your exhales, deepening the back bend. In the half camel, deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Back up. Now prepare to do half camel on the opposite side. Lift the left arm up. Reach for the left heel with just for the grip. Right hand up. Keep pushing your hips high. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, pushing into the wall. Exhaling with the grip on your heel, deepening the back bend. Half camel. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. Slowly come down, back to child's pose. We can always do lying down back bends. Sometimes they're called inversions, but it's important to do a few more of these. So you circulate the blood to the brain. So you can lie down on your back. You can keep your knees up, place your feet on the mat, entire spine touching the mat. Entire spine resting on the mat, like in Shivan and the Pranayama. Inhalations, exhalations. Inhalations, exhalations. Now when you're ready, you can support your block, use a block as you need. And the first one, the first inversion is basically like a bridge. Then we can do full wheel. Probably we will finish up with a legs up the wall or shoulder stand, your choice. So slowly lift your hips high. Use a block as you need to. If you don't have a block, use the elbows as pillars of the bridge. Support the bridge with your pillars underneath, with the elbows underneath the bridge as you push your hips high. The goal is not just pushing your hips high. The goal is actually lifting the heart higher than the brain. There's no weight on the neck or the head. The weight is on your shoulder muscles only. As you rest, as your goal is lifting the heart center higher than the brain. If this is not high enough, use two blocks. Or if this is you don't need the block, you just take the blocks off and then just support the bridge with pillars underneath the bridge with elbows underneath. But the goal is not just lifting the hips, but goal is actually lifting the heart center higher than the brain, just into the chin. Once you're here, continue to inhale, continue to exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So again, if you have a block, use a block. See, it makes it a lot easier. If you have a block, you can extend the legs, and if going into full bridge, you can extend both legs. You can do the same thing with the elbows, but it's even more challenging. When you do the full bridge like this, with the elbows underneath is a little more harder than the block underneath. Again, many of you can do it. Go ahead and do the elbows underneath the bridge, but extend both legs. And fold your knees again. This time, we're going to do full bridge. Place your palms on the mat. Place your palms on the mat. I don't know if you can see my palms on the mat here. Fingers towards your feet. And make sure you have a good grip underneath your palms before you do anything. So you need to have a very good grip here. Push the mat with your palms. And then support the bridge. Support slowly, head between your hands, and then going in full bridge, like full wheel. Inhale, exhale. Notice your elbows are straight, extend. Continue to inhale, continue to exhale. And slowly come down. Hands, you can slowly rest in this bridge or half bridge. You can also turn your block different ways so you can rest in this pose. Do the full bridge. Maintaining some arch in your spine and resting is also very relaxing, rejuvenating in your lower back muscles. If you don't need support of the block, just rest on the mat. So the next inversion is the legs up the wall. Those who like to do shoulder stand, you can go ahead and do shoulder stand. Straight spine and straight legs right above the shoulders. Make sure there's no weight on the neck and the head. Those who like to do just simple legs up the wall. Just lift the legs up. Your spine is still inclined, not straight. I mean, this is straight, but not vertically straight. It's an inclined straight. In shoulder stand, it's completely straight, vertically straight. The legs and the spine is vertically straight all the way in the shoulder stand. In the legs up the wall, yes, legs are in a straight line, spine is in a straight line, but at an inclined, just legs, imagine your legs are right straight above the wall, but your spine is at an inclined straight line. You know the geometry, what I'm talking about. If you do shoulder stand, it's vertically 90 degrees. The shoulders on the spine. Do what makes sense to you. You can hug your knees as you slowly come down. It's a very restorative practice. So don't judge by how difficult poses, how many difficult poses you do, judge by what is the quality in each pose. Judge by what is intensity, what is the tapas you put into it, what is the dharana, dhyana, what is the self-study that you put into it, and finally, what is the dedication and the devotion that you put into the practice. That's not the difficulty level is more important. It's the quality level is more important. Slowly rest into full shavasana. Completely lie down on the mat. Arms facing up. Legs straight. Spine straight. Only the belly is going up and down. And you inhales, rising up, falling down. And you inhales and exhales. Otherwise, the entire body is still motionless. Close your eyes. Your mind is still, your body is still. Deep relaxation pose. Shavasana. Yogis believe every time we come to Shavasana, we are taking rebirth. So they overcome the fear of death. They're not afraid of the death. It's just not in terms of just the physical rebirth. Okay, you could also imagine spiritual rebirth. Spiritual, there's no death to the spirit, but spiritual rebirth is like you remaking of version 2 of yourself. Every time you throw in. Allow every organ in your body relax, every tissue, every bone, including the bone marrow, is relaxing in this Shavasana. So when you're ready, hug your knees to the chest completely. Then roll on. You both, like you can maybe let's do this. Let's hug your knees to the chest. See if you can wrap your both knees with your left hand. Wrap your both knees with one arm completely. Hug your knees tightly to the chest, and then with the support of your left hand, as you're wrapping it, hugging your both knees to the chest. See if you can pull both knees to the left side of the mat, to the left side of your body, all the way, pinning both knees to the ground. Your left arm is not only hugging your knees to the chest, it's also pinning them to the ground. And then you can extend the right arm, keep the right shoulder on the mat, turn your head to the right side. So with hugging your knees to the chest and pinning both knees to the ground, with the help of your left hand, as you're arching your spine, actually extending your right arm to the right side, turning your head to the right side, is very deep relaxation, winding down, twisting in your lower back muscles. The opposite, back to neutral. This time we're going to hug both knees to the right hand. Both knees, hugging both knees with your right hand wrapping up completely. Give yourself a tight hug as you wrap your right arm around both knees. And now, as you hug your knees to the chest, as you slowly turn to the right side, as you, with help of your right hand, pin both knees down to the ground. As you extend your left arm to the left side, turn your head to the left side. Deep relaxation, winding down pose. As you hug your knees to the chest, also pinning both knees to the ground, and then notice your both shoulders are on the mat, turn your head to one side. Relieve any tightness, any tension in your lower back one last time with this gentle twist. And slowly coming into the like baby in the mother's womb, and slowly sit up. Okay, that's pretty much the end of asanas practice for today. Let me check the time one more time. Okay, we have a few more minutes till we can do one pranayama and meditation, and then we can call it for the practice for the weekend. Hope you're all doing well. Just sit comfortably on a mat or whatever makes sense to you, and then Shukrasana, half lotus, full lotus, what works for you. Sit comfortably. Maybe I can step back a little bit. And sit comfortably. Palms in, dhyana mudra. Index finger touching your thumb. Palms resting on your knee caps. Close your eyes. Slowly inhales. Slowly exhales. Focus on the Ajna chakra, the third eye. As you slowly inhaling, slowly exhaling. Visualize there is bright light shining at the third eye. Sometimes you may see 1,000 suns, as bright as 1,000 suns shining at that third eye. Pure, bright, white light. Sometimes you may see colored light. Sometimes you may not see any light. Depends on your vibration of the energy of your body and mind and spirit. This week, across America, they relaunched Transcendental Meditation, TM, as was introduced to the West by Mahesh Yogi back in 1960s. The Beatles practiced Transcendental Meditation. The whole world practiced. A lot of hippies practiced Transcendental Meditation. So it was very popular back in 60s and 70s. And now with the pandemic going around, some billionaire, I forgot his name, but he relaunched the Transcendental Meditation across America this Thursday. So it is very important. I got introduced to this TM when I was a kid. It's important to meditate. Remember, Patanjali said, through the meditation, you can overcome those kleshas, those difficulties. Even if they are fully advanced or fully developed difficulties, you're full of mess in your life, even then the meditation would help. Bring them back to the potential state. And then you can remove these potential hurdles to avoid the future suffering. So the meditation is the key. You can meditate just simply observing the breath, simply observing thoughts. You can chant mantra. If you are initiated, you may have your own mantra. Others may chant any mantra like Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Panchakshara mantra, or you can simply say Sho and you can inhale, Hum and you exhale. Shoham, 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 Shoham. Or if you have your own mantra, you can chant. Sit quietly and meditate. 3 moments.
Sat, Chit, Ananda. You are the truth. You are the consciousness. You are the blissfulness. Swasti Prajavyaya Paripalayantiya Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Om Go Brahmane Vyaya Swamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace within me, peace in the surroundings, peace in the universe. Palms into Anjali Mudra, close to the heart. Bow down to yourself. Bow down to each and every one of you who are practicing together with us. Namaste. Thank you. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll get together soon. And tomorrow or today or tomorrow, I will share all the four major international yoga events that we will host next year, 2021. So we have tentatively picked selected dates when we host these four major international yoga events, HTGC yoga events in 2021. So look for that message both in the Facebook and the WhatsApp, HTGC yoga Facebook page. And yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, be healthy. Namaste.